Hey, welcome back. It's so good to see you again. And you know what? I'm actually really glad that you're here today because I have something that I would like to do. I recently got this, and this is a lash lift kit that I used to use all the time, like 5 years ago maybe. And I guess that I must have just run out of it at some point and never bought it again. But it recently occurred to me that I would like to do this again. So I got this. But, you know, this is like chemicals that I got off the internet that go on your face. So I thought maybe we could try it out on you first. What do you reckon? Great, good. I knew you'd do it. So, it's been a while since I've ordered this, and it does look a little different already, because I remember when I used to get it, I feel like it was before lash lifts were like really popular, and it was not as good quality. Because this time, it's like embossed. The letters are 3B. And the instructions on the back are clear and not written in broken English like they used to be on the instructions when I used to use it. Looking back, I don't know why I did that, but it worked, so how bad could it be? Anyway, let's take a look at what they've got inside. There's already something rattling in here. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so I've taken off the sleeve, but I'm going to keep that on hands because it's got the directions on it. But immediately, there's way more in here than there ever used to be. So they've given me this little baggie with some tools, which they never used to do before. I used to just use like cotton butts, so this is a nice upgrade. It's got these, these little tiny cotton things, which I can only assume you use to like put the chemicals on your eyelashes. And then it's got like mascara spoolies, which I think that there was an oil that you put on at the end to nourish your lashes or something. So maybe that's for those. I could not tell you what the these are like lip gloss applicators. I don't know what those are for. I suppose we'll see. This is why I need a guinea pig like you, and I really appreciate it. I do. And then they've given me 3 packs of these, and it says on the back, eye gel patches. Oh, lint-free under eye gel patches. So this is 3 sets of 2, and it's got instructions on the back that say, thoroughly clean and dry your face. Remove the patch from the plastic liner. Apply the patch under eyes during eyelash extension application. Well, there's our first warning. We're doing eyelash lift, not extension, but I guess you can use them for either. Remove the patch slightly from the edges. Oh, okay, so this is to cover the lower lashes. Cool. Do I actually have to stick it over your lower lashes then? I think I might put it underneath because I don't really want to stick it onto your lashes. It'll protect the skin under your eye. So there's that. And then, another addition that I didn't get last time is a tool. This is exciting. So, this pointy end, I can only assume is for the part where you actually like glue your lashes up onto the little pad. And then there's an end with like a little comb. I don't know if you can see, there's like tiny little teeth. But that is probably for, scraping the product off once you're finished with it. Maybe this side the same, I'm not sure. So this is very fun because last time I did this I just didn't give you any tools. So I used to do it with cotton buds, like I said. So I actually brought a box of cotton buds with me so that I could use them. But I'll keep those on hand anyway. So that leaves us just with the contents of the box, which this is what I remember. This is what it looked like when I used to get it. So you have the glue, which you use to glue on the pads and also to glue your lashes onto the pads. And then you have these 4 bottles. You've got number 1, that's the Perm solution. And then number 2, fixation. So I guess that is probably like the activator for the perm. Number 3 is nutrition. And if I remember correctly, what this actually does is it's like sort of like an oil cleanser and it unsticks your eyelashes from the pads at the end. And then there's one just called cleanser, which I can only assume cleans off any residue from your eyelashes. So we've got our 5 little bottles, and then there are these 2 little boxes. So we've got clean tool, 3 pieces, and lift pads, small, medium, medium 1, medium 2, large size, 5 pairs. So let's take a look at those. So the clean tool, I remember this one actually. It's kind of like, I feel like it used to look like the end of this tool, like a scraper. So let's unbox that. Yeah, it does. It's this little plastic guy. So it's like, it's again the same, where it's got one like flat end and one little brush end. And that's to like, because you have to in between scrape the product off to put on the next one. So it's for that, I guess. Although now I could use my pink tool. And then the last thing was the lift pads. Now this, I think, is going to be our step 1. The lift pads are the part that you glue onto your eyelid, and that forms the shape to make the curl. So you can see these little rubber things. So we'll have to find one that fits your eyelid just right. But you can choose like the shape of your curl. So if you look at them, they're like this. So you glue it onto your eyelid like there, and then you stick your eyelashes up on it, and it will form the shape of that curve. Yeah, cool. So let's just get right into it, huh? So you're not wearing any mascara right now, are you? Do you mind if I touch your eyes? There's going to be a lot of that today, so I hope not. Okay, cool, thanks. Okay, well, you look like you're ready. So let's just have a look at the instructions. Step 1. Use the cleanser number 4 to remove the oil, dust and makeup residue. Interesting, so we use number 4 first. Let's do that. So let's pop out number 4. There we have it, our little guy. These are so cute, these little bottles, and they're glass. You know what? Maybe we can actually use the lip gloss applicator for this. That might be what that's for. So let's get one of those out. Okay. So, you've got a little applicator. Let me just open up your tiny little bottle of cleanser. That was what they said, right? Cleanser? Yeah, it was. So it's got a little rubber stopper in it. Ooh. And so I'm just going to dip this into the cleanser. Yeah, I bet this is what it's for actually, isn't it? Okay. And then, so I don't spill it everywhere, let's put the little rubber hat back in. And if you don't mind, I'm just gonna clean up your eyelashes, okay? Great. Let's start with this eye. So, I'm just gonna use this to take off any potential dust or makeup residue or anything from your lashes. Okay. Great. I mean, there's not much going on here anyway, so it's not like it's coming off dirty. And then let's do this eye as well. The lashes up here. Okay. Great. Alright, and then it said also... Oh no, okay, it's fine. I might just clean a little bit on your eyelid as well, just because I know we're going to have to be sticking that pad on there, so I don't want there to be any sort of like oil from your skin left. So I'm just going to wipe your eyelid as well with this. Okay, that should be enough, just a little bit, just to make sure there's no anything left in these areas. Okay, I think that's all right. So let me put that one back. Okay, put that back in its little house. I really like how they look all squished up in their little foam things. Okay, anyway. Step 2. Place under eye pads on the lower eyelids, making sure all the bottom lashes are covered. Okay, so I do have to put it over your eyelashes. This should separate the top and bottom lashes. Opening your eyes would do that as well. Avoid the perm lotion touching the skin. Okay, well, the perm lotion is not involved in this step, so I don't know why they had to tell me that. But I will be aware of it anyway. So, let's give you some of these patches then. Okay. Oh, they're sticky, are they? Oh, yes. They're sticky. Amazing. Okay. So then I'm just going to place these really carefully. Which end is the fat end? That goes on the inside, the fat end? Yes, it does. Okay. Using my brain for this one. So if you just look up, because I'm going to have to stick this onto your lower lashes. I'm just going to be really slow and careful about this so I managed to get them all in without like tugging on you or anything. So let me just stick this one on. Just carefully there. Okay. Does that feel secure? Does it feel comfortable? Okay. I think that looks good. So let's do the other one. So this one goes that way. And I'm just going to do the same for this eye here. So again, if you could look up. Sorry, it probably feels weird on this eye, having it tug a bit. So I'm just going to... arrange it so all your eyelashes are stuck nicely underneath. Okay. I think that's alright. They look good under there. Cool. That was an easy step. They just didn't do any of this when I bought this last time, so I appreciate it. Step 3. Select the appropriate size lash lift pads to match the length for your lashes. Tip: small size, more curl. Now that I remember that from when I first started doing these, because I have just like not a lot of eyelid space to stick them onto because I've got really hooded eyelids. So I used a really small one and didn't realise that meant that they were going to be like super curled, and it looked a bit silly the first time I did it. So I will try not to give you the smallest one. I think I used to cut these like in half, or like where they were too long, because it would end up poking into my nose. But then again, that's why you kept having small eyelids. So this is size large. Let me just sort of look. I mean, this is good. Like, it gives you a more natural curl, I feel like. Or, let's see the others. There were a bunch of different mediums. Can't get them out. Okay. Who have we here? Okay, so this is M. But you can see how that's like way flatter. So this would give you more of a like straight up, more than a curl. Interesting. I don't know how that would look, although it would be cool. I haven't tried that. And this is small. Okay, so you can see these are thinner if you compare it to the large ones, like that. So that's actually not so bad. Like, I don't think the curl is so crazy. But then we've also got different sized mediums. So we've now got, this is M2. Oh, okay, so you can have medium size, I guess that's probably the most common, but with different levels of curl. So this one's quite flat, this one's really round, so it'll be really curled. So that was what? M2. And then this one's M1, and that's sort of like an in-between. Okay. Well, looking at your lids, I feel like you don't need the large one. That's M. Where's L? Oh, this was always really confusing before as well. Okay, there's an L. Yeah. I think that's like too much of a curve, and like you don't need one this big. So I'm going to put away the L's. If I can find the other one, that is. That's an M. M2. M. Oh my god, where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. I think we should go for one of the M's. So I'm going to put away the smalls as well, because they're just like a bit too small. Where are they? Oh my god. Like, these are so nothing that I feel like it really would just be like going straight up. Why can't I find the other one? There it is. And I think that would look kind of unnatural, which it's not really what I'm going for. I want it to look like a nice curl, you know, not like you've been electric shocked in your eyes. Okay, so that leaves us with M, M1, M2. And I think that M has the same problem as the smalls, where it's really flat, so we can eliminate them. Stick them in here. Get in there. So it said now to adjust it for your like lash length. So we've got M1 and M2. So I think you might actually be better for M2, because there's a bit more of curl and that makes a bit more space for your lashes. Because you've got slightly long lashes, so I'm going to do that. What do you reckon? Is this okay? These ones? Okay, cool. Let's do it then. I'm going to put away the others. I don't know how these were all in there so neatly. They're not anymore. Just squish them all in the bag. And I fear this will never fit back into the little box unless I like rearrange all these. But I'm not going to. Okay. So, step 4. Apply the glue to the back of the lash lift pads. Wait for 20 seconds, then put them on your eyelids as close to your lash line as possible. Okay, that can be done. So, The glue is this big one. It actually calls it on here false lashes glue. So great that we're consistent. But I remember that it used to say that in the old kit too, because I was confused about it back then as well. Ooh, that's quite satisfying. Nice. So it's a little brush. So it said to put it on the back of the pads. So let's do that. I'm gonna apply it quite liberally, just so it really gets nice and stuck. And I remember having to put a special amount of glue onto the corners because they tend to flick up. So let's let that one sit while we do the other one. Make sure it's nice and covered. Paying special attention to the edges. Okay. So, okay. Let's stick that first one on now. So this is going to go right onto your eyelid. Let's do this eye first. So I'm just going to stick this. It said it's close to your lash line as possible, so keep still. Okay, so that's sticking down. Let me I'm just going to poke the corners in so they don't pop up again. Okay, that seems good. So let's do the second one. Okay, I'm just going to put that one up here. Does it feel alright? Okay, amazing. Okay, they look pretty firmly stuck. Do they feel okay? I know it's kind of weird having a chunky thing there, because I remember I had to sort of do it like this the whole time so that there was enough space on my eyelid. So if you need to lean back, then go ahead. But that looks pretty secure to me. Okay, so step 5. Apply the glue to the front of the lash lift pads, then use a Y brush to lift the lashes from root to back onto the pads. The lashes should be aligned and not crossing each other. Top tip: no need to put too much glue. It needs to wait 30 to 60 seconds, then put the lashes on. Okay, so I'll do one eye at a time then. Let's grab that glue again. So this time it's going onto the pad, and then I'm gonna stick up your lashes. So this is the fun part. So I'll do this eye first. I'm just gonna put some glue on the pad. Let's make sure I get the whole thing as well. Don't want to miss any spots and have them popping back down. I remember that being a problem before. Okay. So 30 to 60 seconds it said. And it said use a Y tool. And I'm gonna assume that this is the Y tool. And it didn't say what part to use, because I thought this was the part you use for the lashes, but Y tool would indicate the Y part. I think you could maybe use the comb part to just... You know what I'll do? I'm going to use the comb part to push them up, and then I'm going to use this pointy bit to straighten them all out so that they're not crossing over and they're all in the right direction and everything. Okay. So I'm going to go in with a little comb and just start pushing up your lashes. Tell me if you are uncomfortable at any point, but I'm going to be really gentle, so it shouldn't be uncomfortable. Okay, this is working. It's working well. They are sticking, so that's good. And Actually, this comb is good. I'm glad they have this, because I didn't have this luxury last time, and it's making it a lot easier to stick them up. Because I used to use those cotton pads and just like push them. This is doing it a lot more neatly. And I can use this part to, like, I don't know what I used before to straighten them out. Must have just used the cotton pad. This is a whole new experience. It's great. Okay, so I've pushed them all up, so now I'm just going to straighten them out with this little picky bit and just make sure that they're all sort of pointing in the right direction and not crossing over each other. Perfect. Looks good. Okay. So, one of them just popped off again. Sorry, I'm just gonna put that back. There we go. So let's do your other one. Let me just glue on the pad. Okay, I reckon that's enough. So I'm going to put the glue back in its little house, and then we can do the same with that one in a moment. There are a couple that are like poking up, so I'm going to stick these back on. That was always a huge issue when I did it last time, is that they like to just every now and then. But you can just stick them back because the glue gets tackier over time, so it stops happening. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go back with my little brush and do this side this time. So again, let me know if you need anything, but I'm going to be so gentle. Do not fear. Okay. Good, 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 good. It's coming together. Okay. So now I'll use this end again just to position them all perfectly. Okay, that looks good to me. Alright. Well, you look great. It's a little bit scary, but in a fun way. So, let's keep it going. So, what are we on now? Step 6. Okay. Use the Perming number 1 on the eyelashes. Okay. It's time to actually get into the good stuff. So, Perming lotion number 1 is this guy. So let's pop him out. Open him up. So this one's like a milky white. Okay. It smells weird. Okay. I can't stop smelling it. Oh, it's weird. Okay. So I'm just putting it on. It doesn't say how. So I wonder if that's another one of the things I should use. Yeah, I'm going to use another one of these. These things. Oh no, actually I'm going to use this one. How exciting. I've never used one of these before, but it's really tiny and I think that's very fun. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick that in there. So I've got a little glob of it on here. And I'll just wipe that on your lashes. Let's start with this eye. Oh, it smells so weird. Okay. Let's start on this one and just gonna wipe it onto each of them. Okay, actually it turns out you need quite a lot for this. I want to make sure I really like cover them all, don't miss any spots, because this is the actual like perming chemical. Okay, let me just make sure I got a really good coverage. I don't really know how much you need. I feel like I always used to just make sure the whole surface area was covered and it never went wrong, so let's just do that. Okay, and let's do this side too. Well, this is fun. Okay. Right. We're getting there. Okay. I think you're totally covered there. So let's put that down and put our little hat back on. And then, oh, it popped out again. Wow. Let's just screw this back on and hope it's okay. I'm sure that's fine. And stick it back in its house. Alright, so while we wait for that to sit for a bit, let's read the next instruction. Remove the perm lotion number 1 with Y brush. We know her. Then apply fixing agent number 2 on the eyelash. Fixing agent number 2. Okay, fixing agent number 2 is the blue one, I believe. This one. So we'll let this sit for a moment before we apply fixing lotion number 2. Oh wait, it said to scrape off this one first, right? Remove the perm lotion with Y brush. Okay, so I can use the same. I don't want to use this one because this one's gluey. So I'll use the one that they gave me, the clean tool. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'll use the little brush on this to clean that off. And then we'll put on Miss Fixation. And I guess I'll use another one of those little brushes for that. So, oh, this one's got a little stopper as well. Okay, let's scrape you off then. So, like I said, I'm just going to use that to scrape off the excess product. Let's start here. Okay, let me wipe that on a tissue somewhere. And then just get off the little excess bits. Okay, and then do this eye. Let me just scrape away what's left there. Okay, so blue stuff. So another one of those little pink guys from this. Okay, and I'm gonna open up my blue business. This one doesn't smell weird. It has a chemicalish smell, but it's really mild. It's kind of like the receptionist at the dentist's office. Okay, so let's stick that in there. Get some blue going. Okay, and I'm just gonna do the same as I did with the number 1 and just wipe it onto your eyelashes there. Okay, just go a little bit more. Okay, now this side. That's pretty much all of it done. Okay, so now we let that sit for a moment. And I feel like that's basically it. So what are the rest of the steps? Who can say? We'll have to read them and find out. So, next step, number 8. Using the cleanser number 4 again to clean off all residue with the wire brush. Wipe with the comb side. I've been using the comb side this whole time. Was I not supposed to be? I'm just going to do it again. So, use cleanser number 4 to wipe off all residue with the wire brush. Wipe with the comb side. Okay. And then the next step after that is the last one, which is just remove the lift pads from the upper part of your eyelid, then use the nutrition lotion number 3 to nourish your eyelashes. I don't understand the numbering system we've got going on here, because why have we used number 4 first, and then 3rd, and then we use number 3 4th? What was that for? Well, don't question it. So, I've already forgotten what they were, sorry. Use the cleanser number 4 to clean off all residue with a wide brush. Okay, wiping with the comb. So I'm going to go back to this one for that. I've wiped off as much as glue. I can't see any glue left, so I think we should be okay. And let's use number 4 then. But, okay, right. I'm going to use a cotton wool bud to put the cleanser onto your eyelids, and then I'm going to scrape to remove. So I've just got one of these little cotton buds. Let's pop that open again. Wow, good pop. And get that in there. Okay. So I'm just gonna wipe your eyelashes and make sure that it's good and saturated. And this is sort of wiping off the last step as well. So actually I'm just going to flip that around now and use the cleaner end to give it another go. Okay, that should probably be enough. Let me pop that back in. And then we can use the wire brush, this, to scrape it all off. Let's start on this side again and scrape. And again, I'm going to be really gentle. I'm not actually going to like pull on your lashes. So this cleanser actually is doing a really good job. It's unsticking your eyelashes from the thing. So actually it must have been this, not the oil, that did that. It said to use the oil next to clean off your eyelid and like nourish it, I guess. Maybe it's like to make it okay after you've put the glue on it. So this is actually doing really well. I'm just using this comb basically to unstick your eyelashes. I'm going to give it like a little wiggle so that it gets them all off from the pad. Okay, there we go, they're off. And they are curled. Wow. I mean, I literally knew that this was going to happen because that's the purpose, and I've done it before. but it's still impressive. Anyway, let's peel these off then. So let's just start on this side. 1, and then number 2. Wow. Does that feel better? I bet that's a relief after having to have that on there for so long. So finally, number 3, nutrition. And I'll use another cotton bud for that. So let's open her up. Pop it open. And I'm just going to get a little bit of that on the end of my cotton bud. And I'm going to clean off your eyelids. So you can close your eyes if you like, and I'll just wipe your eyelid down basically. Does it feel nice? It smells nice. It smells like... This smells like the perfume my mum used to wear when I was a kid. That's really specific, and I don't know what it is, but... Oh, that's like comforting. But, yeah, that smells like massage oil, like nice, homely, comforting smell. Okay. Well, that's good after the questionable smells of the first thing that we used. Okay. This is sort of getting the glue residue of your eyelids as well, which is good. Alright. Let's pop those back in. Let me just wipe off your eyelids a little bit. Wow, but okay. How do you feel with your eyelashes? They look great. So the curl actually really did work, and I feel like it just works, like it opens up your eyes so much. I'm glad I did this. Glad we did this. Okay, well, I'll be doing it tomorrow then, I think. Seeing that you've had a success and your eyes haven't fallen out your head. And you look really good. Wow. Alright, so if you see me next time with amazing eyelashes, you know what happened. Or if you see me with, an eye patch, you also know what happened. But it went well for you, so I feel like it should go well for me. Alright. Well, I hope that you're happy with your new look. I think you look great. And thank you for being my tester today. And I really think it paid off for you as well. So, well, I'll see you again next time. We'll both have beautiful lashes. Alright? Bye-bye. See you then. Huge thank you to all of the very kind folks over on Patreon who support me every month, including my mid-Orium cycle tier patrons, Alexander, Belly Button, Cossicas, Johnny Be Good, Luigi Rinaldi, Maxi Snacks, Michael, and Shane. Thank you all for your support. I really appreciate every single one of you, and I hope that you'll get